riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah. Hello, Pelican Heads, coming to you from Pelican Headquarters in Flagami, Miami, Florida, also known as the Minitini Lounge. Welcome everybody, welcome to the show, and my second monitor here is having issues. Maybe I have too many things connected to this computer. Let's just do one camera for now. How about that? I decided to play around with the cameras, a slightly different camera setup here. Papa Drew RV, Google, please do not ban me. I am here with love and goodness in my heart. I also like Robert's. I like Robert. He is neat and all. All right. Yeah, what's going on with Google? I was hearing that there were issues. I don't know. I won't mention the G word just in case. Google. Thank you everybody for being here, and we have the RV DJ Raid. There she is. And RV DJ was driving and streaming, and we have Rob on the road, of course, and Kaylee, and of course Dylan Reynolds in the house. Oh, we have Tap Channel, beautiful drone footage from Chicago, Illinois, and yeah, this is going to be interesting. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. It's in the house. All the moderators are in the house. Not all the moderators, but... hello, Joe Van from Michigan. Greetings, Joe Van. And we have Vermont Paint. I want to go to Vermont. Hello, Traveling Robert. The RV DJ told me to come over, so she will yell at me. All right, cool. All right, Ken Munoz, what drone do you use? Well, for a long time, I had the original. Originally, I had the Phantom, the original Phantom, the one that didn't come with the camera. It was a pain to fly. And then I got the DJI Mavic Pro, the original Mavic Pro, the one that came out just after the GoPro Karma and kind of killed the GoPro Karma. And now I have the DJI 2 Zoom, the Mavic 2 Zoom, which it's good. It's not everything that I hoped for it, but it's good. Tap Channel, actually today was from Nashville, Tennessee. I've heard you can get. I haven't watched that one yet. I haven't really been on YouTube today too much, to be honest. I've been working on the next video. I might give you a preview sometimes here in the middle of the live stream, but I want to show you something first, because I went to the post office a couple of days ago. That down there, that's a package from DHL. DHL, you know why? Because it comes from the great land of Deutschland in Europe, from Germany. And let me show you what they sent me. It's really cool. And I'm glad I went to the post office a couple of days ago, because today the post office was impossible. I don't know what's going on, but it was a line like... luckily, I didn't have anything large in the P.O. box, but it was a line, outside. They only allow so many people inside. So there was like a line outside. I looked a lot longer than it really was because of the social, the 6 feet apart, everybody. So, you know how it is. And let me show you what we have. This is really cool. And they sent me a lovely note. And if I could only, Silk and Thomas, if you're watching from, I think they live near Dusseldorf. So if I go back to Dusseldorf, we can have an alt beer together. They sent me this. Look at this. It's a pelican, but it's a crochet pelican. And it has a little camera. It's like a traveling pelican. How cool is that? This is super, super cute. I love it. So we're gonna hang this somewhere back there. It's really cool. And there's not one but 2 crochet pelicans. And this one has like a traveler's hat. It looks like the hat that this traveler uses. sometimes there. And what else? They sent me like a magazine. It's in German, but it's like a tourist magazine for the leisure. Oh no, it's in English too. Leisure Travel Planner 2020, and they live by the Rhine River, and they sent me like a sticker from Dusseldorf to put in Minitini I, and another sticker. You know, you guys know I was in Dusseldorf in 2009, and that was kind of like the beginning of my traveling videos. That was one of the first ones. And this is just like the customs declaration from Deutschland. So thank you very much if you're watching for this, man. This again, Silk and Thomas from and they said the Bida the Eurasia in Dusseldorf. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have at some point. I want to go back to Dusseldorf, like really bad. They have a great RV show in Dusseldorf. I don't know if they have them anymore, but they have like I think it's the largest European RV show. It's in Dusseldorf, Germany. So that's all the mailbag segment for today. Let me read some of your comments here, and oh, those stickers are nice. Yeah, thank you. I like them. And one at midnight. Good evening, Robert, and all the Pelican heads. Glad you survived all the rain. Yeah, it rained a lot. I went to go see a Minitini I where it is stored safely, and it survived. We had a lot of rain, and a lot of wind, but it wasn't. Can you show the crochet pelican again? Sure. Yeah. Yes, tienes que visitar Puerto Rico, amigos, saludos, estoy en Ohio. Yes, definitely Puerto Rico is one place that I have to go back at some point, because I really enjoyed we only were in Puerto Rico like for a long weekend, but I have to go back. So here we go, Mr. and Mrs. the Pelicans. Look at that. Yeah, this one has the beak is kind of this one. There. They're super cute. Mr. and Mrs. Pelican. Ah. So my coffee got cold, by the way, so we're gonna have hats here really soon, finally. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let me start reading here. Caravanning in Europe instead of RV. Yeah, caravanning in Europe, yeah. And ¿qué pasa, mi brother? Hey, William Irizarry. Hello, really enjoy your channel. Thank you, Camping Dad 3. Are you willing to rent Minitini I? I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about renting Minitini I. I might do it at some point. So yeah. What you drinking? Oh, glad you asked. Mr. CLT in the house. A little indecisive today. We're drinking some Vesa Sur Mala Hierba, which means bad grass, literally, or bad weed. Hierba, it would be like weed, right, or grass. I don't know. But that's what we're drinking, and I didn't bring my my glass. So when there is a bottle like this, I don't mind drinking from the bottle. And we've got some super chats. Hold on, let me take care of the super chats. Here we go, Michelle K. Oh, right there. Super sticker. Thank you so much, Michelle. And Daniel Ruiz, thank you so much for that super chat. Have a lucky Friday the 13th. Absolutely, 13 seems to be my lucky number. I arrived to the United States on a December 13th. It was a Tuesday, but then in Spain, where I was coming from, Tuesday the 13th is the bad luck day. So it was good. It was very. I like number 13. All right, let me look at some of the comments here. Uh, Cheers, TGIF for Retire Life. It's IPA time, absolutely. Christopher Willoughby, haven't seen you in a little while live. Your hair looks great, but oh, thank you. You know, it's grayer, but other than that, Dylan, are you planning to visit Sedona, Arizona? Let's hope your camera doesn't break this time. Yeah, I know, man. And this time, well, you know, back then I didn't have like the head mount or anything like that when I went to Sedona, and I was trying to film and climb at the same time. And that I think it's Cathedral Rock. It's a pretty strenuous climb, by the way. What do you guys think of my other camera? Look where I put the Minitini I sticker. I recycled it. How do I show you here? I put it on my door back there. That's where it's gonna live for now. I should have never removed it probably from Minitini I. But I was thinking I was gonna sell it quickly, and I didn't, and then I decided not to sell it. But hey, so is life. We continue. Greetings from Leesburg, Florida. Thank you. Oh, it went back too much. Love the Pelicans. Name them Robert and Hilly. Actually, that's a good idea. We're going to Lake Cachuma for Thanksgiving. Lake Cachuma. That name sounds so familiar. I have a feeling I've been there. But you have to visit Argentina. It's cheap nowadays for Americans. I would love to visit Argentina, actually. I love the Argentine food, all the steaks, and the wine. Oh, the wine from Mendoza is to die for. So yeah, absolutely. Argentina is definitely. I wanna, I wanna do like the whole Pan American Highway at some point. So yeah, Francis Hayland. Hi, Robert from Hamilton, New Jersey. I was planning an even trip for Christmas. Do you know where are some of the best places to spend Christmas? I've heard St. Augustine is beautiful during Christmas time, and I can tell you that Mount Dora, which is Lake County just north of Orlando in Central Florida, they have a very beautiful Christmas displays there. So all right, let me go through the chat here, because scandalous 1998. I wish I could travel the country, but I can't because I live in South Dakota and some states don't allow. Really? They don't let you out? Saludos desde Wisconsin. Saludos, Wisconsin. I used to live in Miami. Well, you must like the cold weather, man, because I have only been in very few places in Wisconsin, but what I saw I liked a lot. I want to go back. I also recommend you visit Spain. Well, I live, a little known fact, or probably very well known fact, I lived in Spain in 1987 and 1988 in Madrid. We lived there. When we left the island of Cuba. Yay, hats. Yeah, hats are happening very soon. Let me see if I can show you. They sent me some samples, and some of their designs were actually made by you guys, by some of you guys. I think the area your property is at got hit with a tropical storm. It was close by. I think I went in by near Cedar Key or something like that. I have to call my friend Rob. See how it fared. Greetings from Bradenton, Florida. Beautiful area too. Love my coffee cup. Yeah. Saludos desde Ay Bonitoy, Puerto Rico. Me encantan los videos de sus viajes. From Ay Bonitoy, Puerto Rico. Gracias, Ramon. And thank you. And yeah, that's one of those things. We had that one long weekend in Puerto Rico, and it wasn't nearly enough. I want to explore the eastern part of the island, like Yunque National Park, and the island of Vieques as well. So we will be back. IPA of the day once again is Vesa Sur Mala Yerba. This is a session IPA, and I chose a session IPA because they're not as strong, so maybe I can have two and not get tipsy. Last week I got a little tipsy. Don't tell anybody. Brad Moberg, what's a Pelican Head? Well, all of us, we are the Pelican Heads. We are the Pelican Head army here. Did I read this super chat already? I did, right? Well, if I didn't, thank you, Jason, for that super chat from Jason out there. And Robert, can you place your PO box for people to see? Yes, I should. I don't have a Chiron ready here on this computer, and I don't even have. Well, I didn't even put like the date today. What happened? This thing erased all my over. There was an update. That's what happens when you get an update. Let me see if I can put it up. Otherwise, it's PO Box 145012, Coral Gables, Florida 33114-5012. But yeah, actually, let me see if I can do it real quick here. Text. Let's do this. No, that's not it. PO Box. Live on the air. Here we go. That should work. Let me know if you can see it. Maybe I should do like a better color, right? Like, let's make it no, this thing is not working. How can I should be paying attention to the chat, right? No, first, the color is down here. There. Boom. Yeah, that's better. Save. Here's the thing, I have two screens, and sometimes the menu that I'm supposed to look at is in the other screen. But that's my PO Box. If you guys want to send me any presents or anything, IPAs, whatever, you let me know. Let me reset the chat here because I have a bunch of, and we have a new member. Who's the new member? The new member is Natalie Discroll. Thank you for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. And I don't even where it is here. Let me see if I can. Here we go. So thank you, Natalie. And that's not it, but it doesn't matter. All right. Here we go. All right. Let me read some of the more recent messages, and if you guys if I ignored your previous question, let me know, and I'll just type it again, and I'll try to read as much as possible. Hi Robert, my son Matthias is watching. He's 6 years old. He loves your videos, and he's a super fan. He says hi. Hi Matthias, how are ya? Thank you for watching. And let me see any questions here. From Kathy and Kevin Mahoney, Endless Endeavors, can't wait to see your hats. Let me see if I can. They sent me an email from Teespring because I finally, this is what happened. I was never gonna figure out how to do that EPS, and a lot of you tried to help, and I really appreciate it. But they were looking for that very specific EPS file. Is an Adobe Illustrator's PostScript file, and finally someone from Teespring, they we have some super chats. They contacted me, they emailed me. I guess we've been selling so much, and thank you for that. That's all thanks to you guys. That they assigned me a person that like a contact person, and the first thing that I asked her was like, I want to make hats, and they have like a design team. Who knew? and they made some designs based on what you guys sent me, and I think they're gonna look good. Thank you, Backpack Bob, for that super chat. Thank you so much. And we have another super chat here coming up from Tania Martinez. Thank you for that super chat. Hi Robert, happy weekend to you as well, and thank you so much. And Jeffrey DiBartolo, thank you for that super chat. Jeffrey DiBartolo, thank you so much. And and Michael Jones, thank you for that super chat. Hey Robert, love the videos. We need some cooking shows to get us through lockdown. As always, stay safe, brother. Thank you. And as you know, as you've probably seen in the new videos, almost each one of them has had some kind of cooking show, because since this was like the social distance road trip, which didn't always work out exactly that way, but that was the plan anyways originally. I try to cook most of my meals in the RV, and not go to breweries and restaurants and bars as I usually do. So Michael Jones, thank you for that. Okay, no, that's the one I just read. Never mind. Well, you got a double shout out. Colin McSherry. Hey Robert, have you been to any driving movies recently? They have been popping up in my area recently due to movie theaters being no movie theaters being open. I have not. I've heard that some Walmart parking lots they had turned them into driving theaters. It would be a cool thing if the driving theater came back, right? That was like a thing in the 50s. So the RV DJ, hello from Exeter in the UK, where it is much later than here. Viva Robert, thank you. And thank you CLT for the shout out there to our merchandise page. I'm totally out of CDs right now, but I have a batch coming next week. So I shipped the last CD of the current batch today actually. How long do you plan to stay at the RV show? My family wants to meet you. I'm going to be there pretty much every day. I like your picture there with a cigar and a Stella. Stella, that's the one that my friend Roberto Gomez from Waynesville, North Carolina, that's the one that he likes. Seeing your beer coming my mind, a warm smell of colitas rising through the air. I think that something about the Hotel California rings a bell. As an avid backpacker and traveler, it's amazing how much we can all have in common without having much in common. Our journey put us in the same category regardless of our backgrounds. That's absolutely true, and definitely if there's something we have in common and we can unite around is our passion for travel and seeing what's out there. So definitely. Lawrence Fadil, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, really appreciate it. And a question: are you going to visit RV or TV if I meet him up out there in Quartzsite? Definitely would love to meet the RV or TV. I'm gonna try to meet as many people as possible. I know Papa Drew is gonna be out there. We have to get in touch because I kind of changed my plans. I'm gonna try to be there earlier than later. So I wanna get in touch with Papa Drew and also Tony Barthel. He has the Stressless RVing podcast, and a bunch of people who are going to be there for sure. Nursing or okay, maybe a Minitini Thanksgiving cooking show. Actually, I do know what I made today, which is usually like our Cuban Thanksgiving thing. I did a pork shoulder in the oven, like a roasted pork shoulder. It wasn't the best that I've ever made, but it came out pretty good. That's one of my favorite things to eat, by the way. Roast pork in the oven. Why isn't this thing updating down here? Okay, here we go. Do you sticker swap? We'd love to swap with you. Yeah, we could do that. Get Camping Jungle. Love your cooking segments, Robert. Thank you. At the Minitini Thanksgiving show, as I was saying, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it for Thanksgiving. Actually, I might be going to see that property Thanksgiving weekend. Believe it or not, if I finally get to. By the way, Jason out there, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. Jennifer Young, my mother-in-law and myself love watching you and your videos. We never miss a show. Thank you for always giving us something to look forward to every Friday. Thank you so much. Excellent beer. Thank you. I missed Remy's post. Are we showing Quartzite? Well, they have the big tent. I don't know if who knows? This year and next year, it doesn't like, at least the beginning of next year is not looking very all that great when it comes to this. As you know, as we speak on Friday today, a lot of places are doing like a 2-week lockdown. So we'll see what happens. Greetings from Colorado City, Colorado. Hello, Stephen Fisher and Thinizer. Hi Robert, my wife and I will be driving down to Miami on Sunday to pick up my mother-in-law at the airport. Recommend any good Cuban restaurants around Doral. Thank you again for your videos around Doral. I know maybe our friend CLT even knows more than me, because I haven't been out much lately, and we certainly didn't. When we went out, we kind of stuck to the Coral Gables, Little Havana area. I hardly ever venture to Doral. It's not that far by any means. It's probably a 20-minute drive, but it's like, yeah. Ramon Toro, he says in Spanish, ¿cuán difícil es viajar con la pandemia? How hard is it? It's not, I mean, it depends. It depends where you want to go. And what I did during the last road trip that I did in the summer, I kind of try to avoid the Lost RVers want to be at Quartzite too. I totally forgot. Definitely we have to meet. Try to avoid places that had like the strictest of rules. So that ruled out California, Oregon, Washington, the Northeast, and New Mexico, and yeah, that's basically what I did. And it just required a little more planning than it usually does. Corey Donahue, thank you for that super chat. Oh, the password. Oh, you're talking to Dylan. Hello, CLT. Robert, I think we need to chat with Matt RV Reviews at Tampa so we can get a good RV from Gonna Need Your Influence. Definitely. Yeah, we gotta chat with Matt. Super cool guy, by the way, Matt from Matt RV Reviews. He works there at the General RV Center. Actually, he's a brand ambassador now for General RV Center, which is, I'm so happy for him. He's worked hard for that. The Lost RVers, dream big and drive hard. My neighbor at the Petaluma, California, KOA there last year. Was that last year? It feels like a decade ago, to be honest. Hello, Robert. Did you pick up a day for Quartzite? Let me look at my calendar here real quick. Oh, well, my calendar is up here. It's on the other screen. I'm working with two screens, two Chrome. I'm thinking the Tampa RV show ends on the 17th. I'm thinking I'm gonna take about a week to get there, so I'm thinking maybe that like around the 23rd, 24th. When is the big tent this year? RV show 2021. 16th to the 24th. So I would arrive like towards the end, to the very tail end of the. And I can show you guys, so you guys don't feel left out here. Hold on. There. And that would be 2021. Yeah, I can make it by the 21st. In fact, I might not even stay until Sunday. That Sunday at the Tampa RV show, I usually leave early because we're probably gonna have, if we have any kind of, I don't think that they want us to do meetups this year at the Tampa RV show because of COVID. But if we can do something unofficial, we might be able to. By the way, how do you like my other camera? Look at that. It looks like that light there coming. It's pretty cool. I like to play around with these things, and I just realized that I could do this and have like two cameras at the same time. Isn't that cool? All right, the Lost RVers. Let me look. I have other super chats. I've been ignoring you guys. Let me get rid of this camera here. Let me just do this one. Hello, hello. Great cooking tips on your videos. The Cuban dishes you look delicious. Thank you. There you go. Lake Achuma in Santa Barbara County. Absolutely, yes. I've been by there. Not quite there, but yeah. Could you delegate your next video to Alex Trebek? Huh? Are you planning to visit Montreal, Quebec, Canada? I surely hope so. After Alaska. There. Yes, they will have the big tent in Quartzsite for sure. I have friends that are working the booth. So yeah, the tent is open starting on the 16th. Thank you, Papa Drew. I really hope to meet you there. As I said, I'm going to be there towards the end. Thank you, Mike M, for that super chat. And I got a text, and let me see who texted me. Okay, CLT says Boca's house in Doral is great. So Bocas as in mouth, Bocas. Like Boca Raton, but Bocas plural, house in Doral. So, oh, there you go. He put it on the chat too. Never mind. I'm so behind. Let me check out the super chats here. Jennifer Young, thank you for that super chat. Hey Robert, we love your videos. Fly, Pelican, fly. Thank you. And greetings from Tijuana, Mexico. One of these days, once all this is over, I want to cross the border again. I was in Tijuana once, but I want to go back and I want to do go to that beach where they have the bullfighting ring, and they have like right next to the border, the other side of the fence. I've been to this side of the fence, now I want to be to the other one. HD Lowrider, question. I find it hard to exercise while traveling in the RV other than running or walking. How do you stay fit on the road? Being watching you for some time, you're a rock star. Thank you. No, I don't really stay fit. I mean, I do hikes and stuff like that. I certainly do a lot more. I haven't been running for months. I have a treadmill here in the house. I do a little running here, but when I'm on the road, usually sometimes I even forget to eat, and I'm always going up and down the RV to change the battery on the GoPro on the roof and this and that. So help! I'm surrounded by cats. Oh, Tori Polk, hello there, Tori and Robert Polk, of course, from Virginia. You need to visit Tiki West, definitely. I already spoke to Paul Falsey. Polantina, and I'm looking at property in that area too, and let me read the whole thing because I'm reading it to myself. You need to visit Tiki West. I was just there. Polantina have amazing developments for the property in progress. Very rustic, but RV hookups available. Yeah, I already told him, asked him if he was taking reservations. So yeah. Traveling proper, Mark from Grand Adventure is going to be at the meetup. That'd be awesome. What day is the meetup exactly, Papa Drew? Just I have to try to make it. It will be need to get you two to meet up mega channels. That is fun. Yeah, I really admire what Mark Guido is doing with his channel. I think he's great. Did I miss any super chats? I'm sure that I've missed a couple, right? Hold on, let me go through the super chat. Steve Halterman here in the house from Des Moines, Iowa. Hi, Steve and Karen in Des Moines, and you guys are gonna make a cameo appearance in the next video. In fact, you know what the heck? Let me just show you guys, and that way I take a quick break, and then we'll go through the rest of the super chats. This is the video that I'm working on right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Iowa, the Hawkeye State. In this episode, we're gonna visit Captain Kirk's birthplace. We'll experience hurricane-force winds in Iowa City while having lunch with new friends. We'll have dinner in Des Moines, also with new friends. Then on to Minnesota. We'll stop by Buddy Holly's crash site. We'll spend the night mooch docking at a lake house, making more new friends. Then, after a pit stop in Fargo, North Dakota, we'll visit the headwaters of the Mississippi and go almost as far north as one possibly can in the lower 48.
Well, that's it. What do you guys think? Would you watch that video? Kevin Theory. Robert, love the show. Oh, my screen just died. Okay, there. And I always enjoy. God bless from Prescott, Arizona. All right. Thank you for watching, Steven Ren. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your videos. Thank you for that super chat. Question: have we got a video to watch on Sunday? Yes. Des Moines Part 2. Des Moines. Missouri Part 2. And then I'm at some point, I have a long, like, movie length feature film. Like, the Traveling Oak in the house, Dale. Thank you for that super chat. I'll be there, my friend. Oh, it's gonna be epic. You'll be there wearing in Quartzsite, right? It's hard to follow the chat, as always, you know. Can you imagine snow in January at Quartzsite? It's happened. Hi, David. Love the show all the way from England. From Marija Heinsch. Hello there, Pelican Heads from Germany. Hey, Deutschland in the house. I'm so sad I was not able to come to the US this year. We were planning on exploring the South a bit more. Hopefully next year you can come. I think by this time next year, one can only hope, right? Excuse me. You know, this Vesa Sur Yerba Mala kind of smells like Yerba Mala. Austin, Texas in the house. Hello there. Please say hello to my kids, Xander and Tyler. They love singing Riding in My RV. Hello, Xander and Tyler. Hello, Lisa. Hello there. Could you set up a third camera? Actually, I could. Actually, I have here. This is the MacBook Pro camera, but it's not very good. I suppose as long as I have enough USB ports, I could set up as many cameras as I wanted. I kind of like the look on this one. I mean, the lighting today, I decided to turn off like the light on the roof, so it has more like a Minitini lounge kind of feel to it. Since I have those lights back there too that someone sent me a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I have a bunch of super chats here, guys. So it's not that I'm ignoring you, but I wanna take care of this. Oh, Radu from New Brunswick, Canada, right? Yes, of course. I'm gonna try to do by the way, a Zoom meetup with the patrons and the members this Sunday. I'm not promising anything. I'll announce it if I can do it. But thank you for that super chat, Radu. And okay, good evening. Here's the message. Good evening, Robert, and cheers from the Bay of Fundy. I would have loved to join you in Quartzsite in January, but unfortunately the borders will probably stay closed. Yeah, I know. Well, hopefully there's always next year, right? This has been one of those years. Hey, Christopher Olsen, love the new edit with the maps and clips at the same time. Yeah, and that's the thing. I would love to do something like that for every episode, but it kind of takes a long time to put that kind of that map took a long time to put together because I had to time it with the voiceover and then look for the clips. But I love doing that kind of thing. I love doing that stuff. Let me see. Any more super chats? I thought there was one more, but maybe not. Yes, here. James from James Niffenegger. Is that the way? Is that how you pronounce it? You never have a swimsuit with you on hikes. Did you ever consider carrying an emergency swimsuit? Miss the after. I'm gonna have to have like swimming trunks under my pants or something like that for sure. And I'm thinking of getting one like Borat. No, never mind. Did I miss anything here? Hold on. Let me go through the chat here real quick. And then I'll go backwards. How about that? I just want to reach the end. Hi, Rebecca Hernandez. Hi. All right, I've reached the end. I kind of miss going out too. I miss the Casa Juancho bar, to be honest. Are you planning to visit El Paso? Well, at some point I do. I don't know if on this this year trip, you have to pick your battles and pick what you're gonna see. And I don't know. I don't know if El Paso is gonna happen this particular year. Just because I want to see a lot of in Arizona. I want to do like all the stuff that I haven't seen in Arizona yet, and there's a lot. Yahaira from Tifton, Georgia. I stayed at that KOA, very nice KOA. Oh, Graham M. Hello, hey Robert. Greetings from La France. Oh, bonjour, bonsoir. Never mind. When I drink beer, I think I speak French. It's weird. Thank you for the company, and I was really unwell last year. Your post made my day. Thank you, and I hope you are feeling better there. So that would be great with some watchers from across the pond. Maybe I'll do it earlier. I was thinking of doing it at 5 p.m. Eastern, but 5 p.m. Eastern would be Central European time, like 11 p.m. So I don't know. You guys let me know. Maybe we could do it at 4. Hey, Patricia Buchanan, thank you for that super chat. I will watch wherever you travel to. Have an awesome weekend. Stay safe. You too. Thank you so much. Wow, the chat's getting good. Swim trunks. Robert, you should do an outdoor concert tour at campgrounds. The King family girls love singing your song. Thank you. And I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking of maybe at some point do like some of the Florida campgrounds in the winter. I know this guy that he does them. He used to be my friend on Facebook. I haven't seen him Chris. Haven't seen him on Facebook in a while, but I'll look him up. Tamara Alvarado, thank you for that super chat. Thank you. Are you coming out to Oregon? Love your car in the background with trailer. Thank you. That was a present from Joe Ridgway from Alabama. Goomba Speedos to let's not push it, huh? Robert, I have enjoyed your videos. Great job. My husband is Dominican, and we just started RV. Love it. Cheers. Hello to your husband, too. And Mauricio Baldanza, greetings from Brazil. Hola, Brazil. Waiting for your music CD to arrive. Obrigado for your amazing videos. We've used many tips in my US travels. International, lately, especially after COVID, it takes a little while, but it'll make it there eventually. Everything is shipped, so you should get it. Thank you, Mireya Georgia Peach, for that super chat. Mirella Georgia Peach, thank you. Armando Correa, hello there. Thank you for that super chat. Happy Friday, Robert. Thinking of making plans to go to the Tampa, Florida RV show. Hope to see you there. Hope to see you there too. That one, I mean, I don't know. Anything can happen, but that one looks like it is happening too. So, Red Jaguar, our friend from the city of brotherly love. Hello, my fellow Pelican heads, coming to you live from what is Crisis Central, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I hope you are. I know you. I hope you are doing better. I know it's been a crazy time, and I'm always thinking of you when I hear bad news about Philadelphia. Let me tell you. They say bonjour around the clock in France. Oh, well, bonjour then. Well, jour in theory means day, right? It's not like morning, or that's my limited knowledge of French. I could be wrong. Your editing skills are phenomenal. Thank you, William Irizarry. Thank you. I love doing it, and I coffee time. Traveling Robert CDs, $20 too much? Is it too much? It's 2 CDs. It's like 50 songs. I don't know if no, if it is, if you just listen on Spotify. I mean, it's fine. Multi-language IPA. This one, yeah. Besasur Mala Hierba. It's from Miami. You know who's from Miami too? Ameribian Soups and Sauces. Hi, Robert. I'm from Miami as well. I live in North Miami Beach. My name is Nikki. I'm new to your channel, just a few months, but I'm enjoying everything. Well, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Pelican Head Club, which is what we call this. And thank you so much for watching and for your support. Clayton Fight, thank you for that super chat. Hi Robert, it's IPA time. I finally received your CD and your card. Thank you. Happy travels. No, thank you guys, all of you guys for everything you do. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this and having so much fun doing it. To be honest, I mean, it's you guys. I do work a lot, but I enjoy it. 23:34 in the UK right now. Okay, so we are 5 hours difference. Yeah, I know in Spain is 6, which is kind of counterintuitive because Spain is farther west, but it's yeah. Did you get that land in northern Florida? We haven't quite closed yet, but it looks like it might happen soon. We'll see. Your name here. Thank you for that super chat. Greetings. While in Arizona, if you get a chance, check out Mount Lemmon and stay at the Lost Dutchman State Park. I wish that place. Every time I check, it's fully booked. But what is it called? A Mount Lemmon. Let me go to my map here because that's what you do. Mount Lemmon, Arizona, with 2 M's. Okay. Otherwise, start. I put it on my start places there, and that is okay. Just northeast of Tucson, and I want to visit Tucson because, believe it or not, I have never actually been in Tucson. I've driven through many times, so this time, it's Do you have his latest album? That just means that the beer is working. LOL. All right. Enrique Guanjardo. Hay latinos en Indiana. Visítenos. Fisher, Indiana. Es un pueblo muy bonito. Te invito y puedo ser tour guide. Cuídate. Thank you, Enrique. And yeah, he's saying that there are Latinos in Indiana, and he wants me to visit Fishers, Indiana, which at some point I want to go back to Indiana. I was just in Indiana, by the way, and I want to go back. I want to go back and explore more. People tell me there's nothing to see here, there's nothing to see there, and I disagree. There's something to see everywhere, something interesting to see everywhere. Just if you look hard enough, And there's always a hello, traveling Robert. Thank you for your concern during the crisis, and thank you for being here. You know who's here? My mom is here. Everybody say hello to my mom. Hi, greetings to everyone. Love, mom. Have you ever toured the Winnebago facility in Forest City, Iowa? Not yet, but I've toured the one in Indiana where they make the towables, and at some point we were gonna do it this year. They were gonna do like an open house. And COVID happened. Yeah, isn't that something? Let's not jinx it. Question: I can't wait for Alaska next year. Visit Denali National Park is definitely on the list. How far in advance do you plan your road trips? Well, I'm already planning the Arizona one, and let me see if I can open Road Tripper. I use roadtrippers.com. Since I have a small RV, I don't really need an RV specific planner, and the westbound it's going to be pretty much straightforward. Now the eastbound, I have 2 versions, and these are the 2 versions that I'm thinking of. How can I do this? I keep learning new things. I could change it now down here. Oh, cool. All right. This is version number 1, in which I'm thinking of going like to Area 51 and that kind of thing. This will be the return trip. This is Quartzsite, and I will go into Nevada and then back. I want to do Big Bend and Padre Island, and their very large array, Four Corners Monument. and then I have a version 2. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. We'll see. Hey Hakim, good evening. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Have you seen the new MacBooks that were introduced this week? Yes, I have. The ones with the Apple chip. We'll see how well they really work. And I just bought this MacBook, so I'm gonna keep it for a while. But yeah. Rare, what is the best beach you've visited in your travels? It has to be Destin for sure. I think Destin is one of those beaches that remind you of the Caribbean. Thin Icer, thank you for that super chat for your IPA fund. Yeah, I'm running out. So yeah. Hey Caleb in the house. Jesus Alexis, in the future you have thought about coming to Mexico and the land of tequila? Absolutely. And I've been to Mexico, but just, I went on a cruise. I went to Cozumel, so that's not like that's tourist in Mexico. But I definitely want to go back. And I've been to Tijuana. I crossed the border some years back, and everybody thought I was crazy for crossing the border. I'm like, what could possibly go wrong, right? Julio Menache, thank you for that super chat. Robert, have you seen the documentary The Winnebago Man? No, I have not. I didn't even know it existed, so I'm gonna check it out. Definitely. And we have Goombas in the house. Thank you for the super chat. Happy Friday, Robert. To you and all Pelican heads. The first time out in a hurricane with the camper. And last. Cheers. And this wasn't like... Well, I know in North Carolina it was like wreak havoc. But it wasn't a strong hurricane by any means like on the coast. I mean, they always suck. There's no good hurricane, let's face it. But... hopefully you can come to Australia one day. It's definitely on the bucket list. Brittany K, I see you wearing OKC. Have you visited the Wildlife Refuge in Lawton, Oklahoma? No, I haven't. And that part of the trip when I went through Oklahoma City, besides I was kind of like a little down. It was the end of the trip. I was kind of in a hurry to get back to Miami. But I definitely want to go back to Oklahoma and see a lot more. William, sorry I had to get back to my patients. When are you putting the Christmas decorations in the Minitini lounge? Well, I put those lights back there, but I'm gonna put more stuff. Let's see what we do here. We're supposed to wait until Thanksgiving, right? I think. Dan, the vintage RV traveling Robert, if I had so many attractive commentators on here, my DW would be shutting me down. The traveling elk, Destin, I totally agree. Watch out for the aliens. Yep, I'm counting on it. Are there gas stations close together in the West? For the most part. I mean, you don't wanna be with less than half a tank, and I always have my 5-gallon tank in the back. It's for the generator, but it's in a pinch it'll work. In some areas like in that loneliest road, US 50, so in some roads the gas stations are far between. Kenneth Ritter, Winnebago Industries made a flying RV. It was a helicopter back in the 70s. I saw that on a picture once. Yeah, that's kind of that's interesting. I wonder if anybody bought it. Have you tried Guayabera IPA from Tampa Cigar City Brewery? I think I had it once. I think I had it when I was there I went to the brewery some years back. I don't know. I don't know any predictions. I know some places are starting to shut down, so fingers crossed. Cindy, enjoy your channel. What's your video when you went to Carson City, Nevada, just 40 miles north of us? My hubby, Don, bass guitarist, loves your music. We sing your theme song all the time. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I want to go back to that area too. It's one of those things that I want to see so much that sometimes I don't stay at places long enough. Like Carson City was like Fargo, North Dakota. I didn't see anything in Fargo, North Dakota. I practically didn't see anything in Carson City. It was just a stop to do like an oil change and work. Sometimes I fall behind on the videos and I have to take a couple of days just to work. And a city like a state capital, for example, it's with good internet, it's usually the place to go. Hey Don Holloway, hello, still enjoying your YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, in our mobile home RV park, as I was jogging around, I noticed the one unit has their Christmas tree up. Hey, maybe they never took it down. You never know. And Newport, Rhode Island, definitely. Oops, yes, I will when I head up there. And hey Robert, me and the wife did the fall color run in the Smokies and stayed at a new campground, top of the world, the Tellico Plains, Tennessee. Beautiful trip. Cool. You know, it gets so crowded during the fall colors in the Smokies that I did it once and I don't know. Thank you, Don Holloway, for that super chat. Thank you, really appreciate it, man. Thank you. And we have Brandon. Hey, Traveling Robert, will you be watching the Winnebago Virtual Product Launch on Wednesday? Yes, I have it on my calendar. We'll see. You know, and you know, don't tell. But eventually, I wanna move to a motorized, and I wanna see what they're doing. I wish they would make something like the Winnebago trend once again. I know it was a little on the underpowered side with the, but I really loved that style, that model that they made back like 3 years ago. They discontinued it. Jet V, thank you so much for that super chat. Has so much fun in Minitini Lounge, still singing with you and excited for tomorrow. Yeah, right back there, that's the piano is ready, and I have my lights here ready. This is one of the lights that I use right here. You can't tell, but it changes color. Yeah, you can kind of tell. It changes color like slowly. You can, it's programmable. I used to have a bunch of lights, and I got rid of most of them, and I just kept one. So yeah. Okay. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to your salsa night tomorrow. With the dancing shoes, good vibe. Yeah, I named the video, the live stream, I named it Salsa Caliente, like hot salsa. And tomorrow I might do a little more of like my favorites thing. I'm still gonna take requests, of course, but I'm gonna do some of my all-time favorites tomorrow. I think that's gonna be the theme. Thank you, Lucky Doug Productions moderator. Sue in the house. Finger Lakes, but after a couple of cold nights, the leaves are really starting to drop. Yeah, I saw a video of someone up there. Adventure Van Man was up there, and it's starting to look like the trees are starting to lose all the. Recommend Tucson in the spring. The desert will be bloom. Add the trail to Seven Falls in Sabino Canyon State Park to your list. Thank you. And the spring, I have to get back to Florida. I'm gonna be, they invited me to be a speaker at a rally. I've never done that, but I mean, I'm honored. So it's gonna be super cool, and it's gonna be the Winnebago Towables rally, the official tows rally in Titusville, Florida. So I'm gonna be there, and that's like in mid-March. So it's gonna be a shorter Western road trip this year, for sure. Thank you, Keith Carpenter, for that super chat. We're glad you are coming back to Arizona. Amy, Mary, and Keith C. And yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan now in January and February. We'll see. Robert, New Year's Eve countdown this year? Um, what day of the week is New Year's this year? I don't even know. It's gonna be a Thursday. Yeah, we can do Thursday and Friday back to back, right? I don't see why not. We'll probably do one. We'll probably do it. Are you planning to sing Closer by the Chainsmokers? Man, I haven't learned it yet. I was listening to it the other day. I listened to it on Spotify. But let me see if I can learn it. I will. Heading to go get a pizza. All right. Happy pizza. We just watched a launch. Yeah, there was a launch today. They're launching. I can't wait for Starlink though. There was a launch today of the big one. Brandon Sturgill. I still want a macro mini, but holding steady for now. Can't get enough of my trade. Not to be upside down. Just gonna wait it out for now. Yeah, I like the new minis. I like what they've done with them. They've taken some what could be cost cutting, what could seem like cost cutting moves there with the when they reduce the cargo capacity. But I like what they're doing with the design and with the certain things, like now they're gonna have an option like to come not only pre-wired for solar, but with solar installed at the factory, and that I think is a great idea. The Northwoods RV Live Super Chat, thank you. How have you been? Any big travel plans for 2021 aside from Alaska in the summer and the West in the winter? No, not really. But those are big travel plans, right? But visit San Antonio. I've been to San Antonio. There's only one thing that I missed out of the list that I had in San Antonio, and that's what's that trendy neighborhood that has like all the breweries and stuff. I can't think of the name right now. But this year I'm not gonna stop in San Antonio. I doubt it. Very much. But you never know. Niam Pony got this first 6-pack of local beers from you. For you, all IPAs. Any beer styles you do not like, Robert? There's some sour ales that I really don't like. I went to this place up in, what's the name of this town? In Minot, North Dakota. And it was I asked for an IPA at this bar. It was a very famous tavern there, like the only tavern, pretty much. And then they I asked, and they gave me a sour ale. It wasn't an IPA, and I'm like, this is not what I want. They just give, eventually he gave me something else, but. The river walk in San Antonio during Christmas is magical. Oh, maybe, yeah. But if I go, it's gonna be in January. So no. New Year's Day is 7 days, 7 weeks from today. Okay. Oh, Ramón Toro. By the way, Ramón Toro. Entiendo que los superchats son alguna donación. Quiero hacerlo, pero no tengo PayPal. Puede ser. I think you can do it with Pay. No, it's not PayPal. But it's through your Google. I think it goes through your Google account. So if you click on that $sign down there, and you can do super chat or super sticker. Can I send myself a super chat? And then buy and send. I mean, it probably ask you for your credit card number or something. But yeah, that's it. IJRV Journey, thank you for the super chat. And you have a Winnebago trend, I see. Robert, we are passing through Miami tomorrow. Anything you recommend we do? Local IPA we can pick up. Thanks. Well, that Vesa Sur brewery in Wynwood, and that's the Wynwood neighborhood. It's the one that has all the tasteful graffiti on all the walls, and they have like this art installation there. I don't know exactly how much of it is open. I would imagine everything is pretty much open, but yeah, that would be a cool. That's where they have like some of the IPAs. What parts of Arizona will you visit next year? I want to do Tucson. I want to do Canyon de Chelly. I want to go to the south, like the Ajo area, like the Oregon Pipe area, Quartzsite, of course. And I want to go back to the Tombstone, Bisbee area. And there's the Chiri something, I forget. National monument there is supposed to be beautiful. I just saw a video about it a couple of days ago. So yeah. All right, let me read some of these. I'm with you with the sour ale. My dad watches you a lot. Thank you. Oh, it's gonna be Lisa's birthday. Happy early birthday to Lisa. And what is that? Oh yeah, getting more normal local stuff. I had my first conversation about downsizing with my husband today. I said we could sell the house. He said, "What would we do with all my stuff?" One step at a time, sweet Jesus. Yeah. I think to myself the same thing every day. What am I gonna do with all my stuff? And I've gotten better about it. But back there in that closet, there's every type of cable imaginable. The only problem is when I really need it, I can never find it. But thank you, 612 of you watching tonight. Thank you so much, Flavio Shemail, for that super chat. Do you know something on if WB will make changes in Newmar? If Winnebago will make changes in Newmar? I don't think they're going to touch Newmar for now. If anything, they'll take, which I think is what they've done with the Micro Minis. I think they've been taking design clues from Grand Design, which they purchased as well. They bought as well. Their Grand Design is Winnebago too. So my feeling is that that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take some design clues from, take the good from Newmar and try to incorporate it into the other lines. Clayton, I keep seeing this IPA called Voodoo IPA. I can't bring myself to buy 6 of them, not knowing about what the voodoo is all about, right? We can send you a sample pack as well. Space Kitty, Abandoned IPA, Voodoo Ranger, Imperial IPA, Molotov Cocktail from New York, things like that. Yeah, that would be cool. I could show it here drink it here on the show, for sure. Love your channel. We just bought an F-150, planning to get a trailer next year. All right, and the fun begins. Round the road. Are you planning to hit 200K? At some point, right? Hit the subscribe button. I never say it. Everybody says hit that subscribe button, and I never say it. What's your favorite thing you've cooked while traveling? Out there, I think it was in Arizona. I think I cooked it. Ili was with me on that part of the trip at Lake Havasu. And that was Lake Havasu. It was carnitas. I bought some carnitas, but I made them like Cuban pork chunks, and it was like a hybrid a recipe that came out great. That's one of the, it could be just because I thought when I was cooking it, I was like, this is gonna be like whatever, it's gonna taste like crap, and it tasted great, and I was pleasantly surprised. So yeah. Guillermo Vergel. Hey Robert, my dad and I really like your videos traveling around this United States. I'm from Brazil. Hello Brazil. And one of these days I'm gonna go back. I wanna go down to Brazil. It seems like such a fascinating country and so big, huge. Huge. Brazil is huge. Go to Tucson. Go to old Tucson. Definitely. Tucson is on the short list. I've been to Arizona several times now, and it's one of those places that. Hi Robert, is it easy to go from Grand Canyon to Yellowstone? Do you recommend that trip in 15 days? Greetings from Brazil. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be so bad. I don't know exactly which route you would take. I've never made that exact trip. It will be shorter from the North Rim, but the North Rim, of course, is only open in the summer. So, yeah, but you could do it in 15 days for sure. I will make the drive to Quartzsite. Always wanted to go to the Gem Show and the High Jolly's tomb. Yeah, it's like a pyramid. It's very cool. The Jolly's tomb. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Quartzsite. Hey, from Bulgaria, Europe. All right. My grandfather was in Bulgaria many years ago in the 80s. What does one need? So much stuff, so little time to see all that's out there. No, the time is never enough. Maxine Oliver sounds like our closet. Yeah, for real. May I ask how you came to the U.S.? My late father was a refugee from Bulgaria. He arrived in the 1960s. You love the beauty of this country as much as he did, and I absolutely do. And I have a video. It's just search on YouTube, Traveling Robert Story of My Life or Traveling Robert Flight to Freedom, and you should find it. And they tell you that, to make a long story short, after 19 years, my parents were finally able to get the exit permit, and we went to Spain. We stayed for a little over a year in Spain, and then came here. That's in a nutshell. Does the new Minitini do better on solar with the new batteries? Well, at least I know, I can tell how much power I have, because on the old Minitini, I'm cheap, and I bought like the cheapest possible solar system, and I got one of these dumb controllers that has 3 lights. It tells you whether it's charging, whether the battery is good, and the type of battery. That's it. Now I have an app, and well, it's a little far away, so it won't reach. It's Bluetooth. But in the app, it tells me exactly how many amps I'm pulling in, how many amps I'm consuming, and percentage. It doesn't tell me how long until empty, or I would love to see that functionality, but it's good. I could do the math. I have 125 amp hours, and I have so much percentage left. That's how many amp hours I have. I'm consuming so many amps. Yeah, it's Jeff and Deb Yogurtian. And it timed out. Hold on. Thank you for that super chat. Hello, Robert. West Alice says hi. Can you say happy birthday to our rabbit, Wilbur? He loves your music. Hey, Wilbur. All right. We're planning to open an office in Sofia, Bulgaria. All right. I want to go to Sofia one of these days. And I hear that I think it's at the mouth of the Danube River. Or maybe it's another river. That is like one of the last, like truly wilderness areas left in Europe. I saw that. I used to watch Rick Steves a lot. I don't have the time anymore, but I think that's what he said. Was it Rick Steves or was it the Amateur Traveler? One of the two. How long have you been living in Miami in this house? This house we bought in 2005. At the worst possible time to buy a house, because it was like the top of the market. The market crashed the next year or like 2 years later. So yeah, let's make Quartzsite a musical hoedown. Bring instruments, circle the RVs. Wouldn't that be cool? Make it like a jam session. I'm down with that. I'm probably gonna take the keyboard. I don't know if I'm gonna take the guitar. But Neil Reynolds from Texas. Is Yosemite National Park a very long, winding trip from Modesto, California? Yosemite shouldn't be... I forget exactly where Modesto, California is right now. Let me look for that. No, it just should be fine. I've never gone into Yosemite from the west entrance. When I went to Yosemite, I did the Tioga Pass on the eastern side of the park. So I don't know. I wouldn't know. Will you be parking next to your favorite cactus in Scat and Wash? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stay at the Scat and Wash. I might want to move around. If I can find my cactus, I will. But I want to go to the Dome Rock area too, and maybe even spend a couple of days at one of the La Posa. I want to climb that mountain that has the Q written on it. Yeah, I wanna do slightly different things. Stay at different places this year. I don't know where Papa Drew is gonna be. Wherever Papa Drew is gonna be, I'm gonna be. Probably. Question of the day from Tap Channel. When did you purchase your first RV and why did you decide to sleep in RV instead of hotels? It's not a cheaper option for sure. It could be cheaper. It could be cheaper. I thought I was very intrigued by the lifestyle that I bought the RV, and I've told the story. I did a lot of research, read books, many things, but it all boiled down to at the end that I could sort of tow it with my Kia, which I originally wanted to buy a casita until I realized that I wouldn't fit in the bathroom, so the casita that plan didn't last very long. That it would fit in my driveway, which it kind of fits. It's, as you know, is very tight. And the third option was the very subjective idea of it felt right once we stepped in it. It was very subjective. And as far as the price, I want to say, it's, some places you will pay $200 a night. But those are the same places where you would pay $400 a night for a hotel room. I'm talking about Disney. I'm talking about something beachfront in a high demand area. Try to get a hotel in Miami Beach. And then in normal areas where a hotel room would run you $50, which is, I don't know, I haven't been in a La Quinta or one of those in a long time. But in those places, an RV site will run you $30. So, and then out west, a lot of it is free. So it depends. It really depends. These days I'll pay just not to having to live out of a suitcase and having to pack my bags and sleeping in a strange bed every single night, or the bathroom, that kind of thing. When are you going to Quartzsite? Right after the Tampa RV show, so mid-January. From Char Donaldson. What rhymes with cactus? There's a website for that. I use it sometimes. I would get Robert a saguaro, but they take forever to get tall. A saguaro is like 200. His saguaro is like 200 years old. Yeah, and it wouldn't grow here in Florida, anyways, right? I like the drive down Interstate 10. I like the drive just past the San Antonio, from Miami to San Antonio, from Florida to San Antonio. It's kind of boring, to say the least. I have a YouTube channel, and my 9-year-old and my father and I on Sundays and Saturdays we watch your videos on TV. Thank you, and we'll check out your YouTube channel. What is it about? I agree, Remy. All ready to start listening to some Christmas music. Yeah, but sometimes all these places go overboard. It's like Christmas music all the time. But yeah, I wouldn't mind listening to some. Are you planning to visit Edmonton, Alberta, on the way back from Alaska? If Alaska happens, Edmonton will happen. And we have our first dislike. Believe it or not, is propane easy to find outside patio heaters now? Okay, hold on. Where am I? Robert, what was the place from Andre Ferreira that you were really grateful to be able to be there? Oh, there have been many places. But the first time that I was able to drive cross country, and it's on the video. It's on the video. It's one of those things that sometimes I speak on camera, and I'm on my way. I remember I'm on my way to Tombstone, And I just realized, I'm in Arizona in that desert with those beautiful mountains around. I'm like, I realized that how lucky I was, that I had been able to drive cross country and go there. But yeah, many places that. Why am I playing with my pen? I'm fidgeting. Yosemite is one of those places. And I was very glad, actually, before RV Life, this was back in 2010, I was very grateful that I was able to go to Alaska and drive the Dalton Highway all the way to almost the Arctic Ocean. That was also bucket list. The next time you go to Winnebago, please stop in Indy and show the world the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's incredible for sports fans and RVers alike. Definitely next year. Is it still your intent to attempt to through hike on the AT? When would you like to do it? No, through hike. I don't know if I want to do the through hike, but I'll do a section hike. Actually, next year, I have to coordinate with the lone overlander if he still wants to do it. But I want to do the rim to rim hike on the Grand Canyon. That's only like a 2-day hike. Baby steps, right? I've never pitched a tent in my life, so I don't know. I've never been like a tent camper, so that's something that I would like to learn first, and then I could do like a 5-day hike on the AT. I wouldn't mind doing that. Can you park your RV and get a room at a hotel? Yeah, but in my opinion, that would defeat the purpose of having an RV. The idea of having an RV is, like CLT says, having your own bathroom with you. So just my thought. That to me, that's like the most important piece of the RV, having that. RV sites are nearly always cheaper because we have 6 people and it means 2 hotel rooms. Think about it. Yeah. My dad loves your YouTube. Thank you, Amelia's dad, and thank you. Have you ever stayed at Tropical Palms Resort in Orlando? We stayed there one night. Yes, it's a beautiful place, and the main reason we stayed there because we couldn't find anything anywhere else. And that place is like $80. It was like I think it was $80 a night. But it's that thing. It's supply and demand. You are 5 minutes away from the Magic Kingdom, or maybe 10 minutes away. Maybe 5 is pushing it. Right there on 192 on Kissimmee. So, yeah. Thank you, G-Sag, for that super chat. Thank you. And you know I'm out of beer, right? Thank you, Ask Remy, for that super chat. You did pitch a tent on video, remember? Well, yeah. But does that count? Am I gonna be? I was reading the instructions all the time. Am I gonna be able to do it in the wilderness with bears roaming around? And they say it rains a lot in the Appalachian Trail. Maxine Oliver, just curious. Yeah, but it's RV life is interesting, and once you get used to it, to me there's like, how do you like this camera? If there's a road to the place that I want to go, I'm never gonna take a plane and stay at a hotel. I'm taking my rig. It's counting that I have the time, you know. Parking is included when traveling with an RV. That's true. Not necessarily, you know, unless you have the annual pass. Georgia charges you $5 parking on top of the Georgia State Parks. Thanks for a great show. Thank you, Christopher Olsson from the great land of Sweden. Have to go. Be safe from Sweden. Thank you, Sweden. CLT, Robert, we are doing the rim to rim. You, the long overlander, and me. We're gonna have to plan this out. Yeah, I was chatting with Willie. And the one thing with the rim to rim, there's a very narrow window of opportunity, and there's a website that says that I think you have to go like in May, late May to early June, and then towards the end of the year, because otherwise it is too cold at the top, too hot at the bottom, and the north rim is closed. So it has to be like sometime in spring or sometime in fall. And we'll see. RV44 for more beer. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, the Polanco family from Kissimmee, Florida, at this moment. And if you haven't listened to the podcast, they were at the podcast today, and subscribe to the podcast. I have a podcast YouTube channel aside from this one. And Adam Buser, sorry I'm late. Happy Friday the 13th. What are all the best campgrounds near Glacier National Park that you would recommend? This is the thing. And this year, a lot of the campgrounds were closed inside the park. I think all of the campgrounds inside the park were closed. Or no, was that Theodore Roosevelt? In any case, everything was booked. I couldn't find anything. So eventually I stayed at the that's what I did. I stayed at the KOA. I got the last site at the KOA. The KOA is nice. It's very nice. But there are a lot of campgrounds in the area, so the Alaska trip was the best. Thank you. Have you ever had trouble finding a place to camp? For the first time this last summer on the weekend, I did have trouble. One night, it was nighttime already, and I didn't know where I was gonna stay. I ended up at a rest area. Thankfully, the security guard at the rest area told me, it's not quite. It's kind of against the rules. It's supposed to be only 4 hours, but I wouldn't let anybody drive, tired at night. So he allowed me to stay there. Otherwise, I would have slept 4 hours and then moved somewhere else. What can you do? But ever thought about doing the Camino de Santiago in Spain? Definitely. That's another bucket list. It's up there together with Australia and many other places. That would take over a month. I want to do the Camino Francés, the French route, which starts in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France, and you cross the Pyrenees, and then you walk across Spain all the way to Santiago de Compostela, to the St. James Cathedral there. And then if you haven't done enough walking, you can walk all the way to the Atlantic Ocean at Finisterre there. So I want to do that whole thing, but one day at a time. How tired were you really after climbing back up those stairs at Cloudland Canyon? That hike nearly killed us flatlanders. I was tired, but it wasn't the worst I've done, for sure. Yosemite Falls was a lot worse than that. And there was another one that I was thinking that I did recently. And I'm a little more out of shape these days, or less in shape than I was when I did Angel's Landing which one was? Oh, that segment that I did of the Appalachian Trail going up to Blood Mountain. That really took it was a lot warmer too, and the heat. It's really a problem when hiking sometimes. But Stacy, thank you for that super chat. Driving to the West is my fave video, but love them all. Thank you so much. You know what? Don't tell my mom, but I'm gonna get another beer. I don't know where I put my other opener, but well, this one Scott Valentine sent it to me. It's Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. I haven't seen him in a long time here in the chat. And this is my other one, my Star Trek one, the Romulan Ale. I got this. If you remember, in Las Vegas, they used to have the Star Trek experience at the Hilton. There's no that Hilton is not a Hilton anymore, and there's no Star Trek experience. But that place is super cool. You could see, like, if you're a Star Trek fan, that place was awesome. Any thoughts on doing more videos in Western Canada? Well, the idea was this year on the way to Alaska, do Banff and Jasper and all that, and maybe even come back through Vancouver, but. Yeah, this is the good stuff. I'm glad it's a Session IPA, and Session IPA I learned recently it has less alcohol level. This one only has 5.2%, so you don't get as tipsy as otherwise. Tap channel having internet issues. I need to upgrade to 30-pound tanks on the RV. Yes, Have you ever been in a dangerous situation traveling with your RV? I never felt like in real danger. I felt unsafe at that Walmart at Horizon City, Texas. I felt a dangerous situation with old Kia in the Coconino National Forest because I was losing traction going on those roads. It was a little icy, but yeah. He's done the 66 already. I haven't done the whole Route 66, but I've done a good several sections of it. Really, only 4 hours in the rest area. All those trucks spend at least 8 hours, but it's, by the rules, it's only 8 hours. Maybe there's a different rule for the truckers, I would imagine. And a lot of them say no overnight parking, and that's like the rule. So. Great magnet opener from Scott. Yes. By the way, I have magnets. I'm sure you've seen them. And these are the new magnets. They're for sale now. So check them out. Free in my RV. It's the same as with Minitini II. I think they come out great. And this camera is not focusing. There you go. Very nice. You know, they're not rigid. There's just, you know, regular. It's exactly the same as the. How long ahead do you typically book a campsite? It depends. If it is something like, I used to book a lot more in advance. Lately, I've been kind of, you know, doing it by the seat of my pants, and that's why I couldn't find a parking that one night. And I went to a Harvest Host, which was great. I even did a wine tasting and bought a couple of bottles of wine, and then I realized there was zero internet, and it was on a Friday, and I wanted to talk to you guys, so I decided to go someplace else. And that's that night that I eventually ended up sleeping at the rest area. Bill, Utah, from the great town of Salt Lake City. Can't wait to go back. Thank you for that super chat. I used to fly hotel last year, got an RV, and no comparison. RV is the only way for us now. Robert was a big influence for us. Thank you. And you're welcome. And thank you, Jennifer. Now she's gonna know. That's why some folks have opted for the diesel heaters or mini wood stuff. My Suburban pumps so much into the bathroom, the potty seat is a griddle. Hey, that's what Matt from Matt RV Review calls a prime pooping position. Happy Friday from Colorado Springs. Thanks for all you do, Robert. I drove briefly through Colorado Springs, but it was very hazy, so I couldn't see Pikes Peak or anything like that. So, any incidents in Maine? Well, besides that one campground that wanted me to move sites, and I'm like, you know what? I just want my money back. Screw you. And I got kind of upset with them. And on the way out, I almost broke my sewer pipe. You know, I haven't really had any scary moments at a campground. I never encountered any like really bad wildlife. Or once when we rented that Class C in Colorado, I think there was a bear outside, but we didn't see it. We just felt it, like it bumped against the. It felt like a large animal, and we were cooking, so maybe it got attracted by the smell. I have to. Wasn't 66 where the road ended and you had to turn around with the rig? Oh yeah, that was another. You know, I kind of tend to forget those scary moments. That was a tense moment, and I mean, I got out of it unscathed. But yeah, for a couple of minutes there, it wasn't looking good. All right, let me go through the chat here, and hold on, because I have another super chat from Remy. Ask Remy. Yes, finally a sign of real frustration. You're human. I have my real moments too. I don't always show them on video, but you know, everybody has them, right? 2020 has become the year of the RV. Hard to get weekend reservations, especially at state parks here in Georgia. Everywhere, it's being it's. I mean, so sometimes if you pay for the expensive KOA, you might find something. But yeah, I'm looking for the magnets and I'm seeing. Yeah, you go to traveling. Let me see, babe. Maybe because they're on a drop down menu. I should do that better. I'm maybe I should hire Remy to fix my website. But if you go here, sticker magnet selection, and you have a drop down menu for sticker magnet or sticker magnet combo, so you can have them both for a discount price. And subscribe to the mailing list. By the way, Techno RV is having a private Black Friday sale, and I'm gonna put a link on the next newsletter. It started today, so and I do get a commission from Techno RV, so check that out. If you want to get like Mr. Berkey. Have you ever traveled in winter before? I'm looking for a winter road trip in New York State. I haven't traveled in winter like in like really cold areas. Actually, Oklahoma City was like probably one of the closest the coldest places I've been to. It wasn't like in the high teens, and it was fine, but that one's scary. There's been a couple of scary Walmart parking lots. Are you planning to make me a moderator on your Morales channel? Let me see if I remember tomorrow, because the thing I have to remember when you are in the chat, and then I can do it. I just right click on you. Well, I didn't click on that one. How come that one? But anyway, aloha. How's the aloha conch? Super chat. Hello from Chesterfield, Michigan. Thank you, Adrienne. And have you ever boondock? Yes, I did it out there in Hey, Ask Remy, thank you for the super chat. This is the second payment for my magnet. Yes, you need new website. It's not mobile friendly or secure. Yeah, I know. I need to do the HTTPS, but these people want too much money for the HTTPS, and really, once you hit add to cart, it does take you to a secure PayPal checkout. So I'm like, yeah, but this WordPress site it's not the best. Really, I just learn as I go along. I haven't done the whole Route 66, Guillermo, but I've done sections of it, and by now I've done almost most of it, just little by little. We are camping for the week of Thanksgiving, and I had to get a spot at 2 different places. Half the week in one place, half on the other. Okay, that kind of sucks, having to move, right? I do want to travel in Alaska in winter, Dylan. I do. I want to see the northern lights. Okay, let me go through the chat here. Bobby, beer or whiskey when offline? I'm ecumenical. I'll go for wine too. Have you visited Park City, Utah? Not yet. What was the check engine on the Colorado? I haven't taken it in yet. I dislike my local Chevy dealer so much that I'm kind of waiting for a trip and just take it to a Chevy dealer somewhere else. HTTPS is free with us. We'll make you a web. Oh, hey, sounds good, Remy. That would be like really, really, really cool. Something, because let's face it, my website is not the best looking site in the world. It's just a regular, WordPress. I'm making myself, and by the way, that's the podcast episode with RV44 there. That's the latest podcast episode, and I really don't have the time either to really work on the website and make it the best it could be. But it's one of those things that I'm gonna have to delegate at some point. Hey, Barb F in the house. Jim and I just drove the semi through downtown Savannah, and it was packed. That's one place, downtown Savannah. That's one place where I would not take a semi, but hey, Jim's a professional driver, so he can do it. Headed to the original Crab Shack. All right, one of these days on Tybee Island. One of these days I'm gonna go there. Up here in Sweden, I'm telling you, it's just green. Huh? Was it light at night in Minnesota? I was there in August. It got dark really late. What kind of cough syrup are you drinking? Oh, really? Yeah, this thing looks exactly like the cough syrup we used to have in Cuba, like back in the day. It's that same style bottle. But no, this is Vesa Sur Mala Yerba from Vesa Sur Brewing here in Miami. Hey JJ, thank you for that super chat. Go to the Navajo Nation and visit Window Rock. I'm a tribal member. I passed through there when I was that's near Page, Arizona, isn't it? I want to think it's near Page, but have you ever been to Falling Water State Park in Chipley, Florida, west of Tallahassee? Is that the one that has the tallest waterfall in Florida? If that's it, I've been to that one. All right, East Coast. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll rewatch later. Peace to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lucky Duck Productions moderator. Zoom, sing it, Robert. I'm gonna sing at the end, for sure. Your local Chevy dealer. Yeah, I remember. You said something about that before. No great love. Nope. What can I tell you? I mean, I'll go if I have to, but it's that place is like. Have you been at a Walmart with no power? How do you know, Dylan? That's gonna be on the next video, not the one this Sunday, the one after. And that was kind of scary, because one of the things that kind of reassures you of a Walmart is that they have cameras, there's light, and this was it was just north of Des Moines, and it was completely dark. Come to Washington Island on Lake Michigan for Northern Lights. I think I'll link you with my brother's time lapse of Northern Lights from here. He was invited to ABC TV station to talk about it. Cool. You're so funny in your video when you go on a hike without your hike. Yeah, because I'm always using my my Nike Freeze, they're running shoes. They're comfortable. They're like and. I'm not used to. Maxine Oliver is referring to the lights. Well, you know me, I get easily distracted and light at night in Minnesota. I don't know. Sorry, I okay, let me question. 3-hour long live stream. No, I don't think I can hold it that long. But Robert, you're going to Quartzsite. If you have already answered, I apologize. Yes, that's the idea. Going to Quartzsite. Hey, Robert from Wayne and Leslie in Chicago. Great to see you, and thanks for another great video. You're always great to see you after a day at work. Happy Friday, my man. Be safe in your travels. Thank you. One of these days, I'm gonna go back to Chicago. Traveling Robert, take a look at pictures I sent. Not our truck or trailer. Drop the trailer. Just have the truck. I'll look them up. Did you send it to me through text? No. Yes. No. Maybe. No. I'll look at them. David Zamora, somos de Costa Rica, vivimos en Charlotte, North Carolina. Saludos, and we love your channel. We are going to Sunshine RV Park in December. Sunshine Key in the Keys. Yeah, that's a great place. Hey, Red Jaguar, where are you? By the way, Costa Rica, one of these days I want to visit. Traveling Robert, I rode all the way from work with you. You were a great company. Thank you, Red Jaguar. I'm glad you made it home safe, man. And that's funny. My middle name is Zion too. My son Zion, who is 2, loves your intro song in your show since he was an infant. It's the funniest thing. If he hears your writing song, he will drop everything and run to the TV and hear it. Okay, let's see if it's true. Let's see if it's true. I'm riding in my RV. Did he do it? See the USA in your Chevrolet. Yep. You know, I should modify my intro song and say, sing the USA, riding my Chevrolet, something like that. Would I run into a copyright issue if I do that? Actually, General Motors should pay me for that, right? Are you going to Albuquerque Balloon Festival next year? I don't know. You know, the Balloon Festival is one of those things that kind of intimidate me with so many people there, even in normal times. So maybe I would love to see it. I've seen videos of it and it seems to be beautiful. So yeah. If you come through Navajo Nation, we can cook dinner for you. Just make sure ahead of time. Well, I'm gonna be out there. It's sometime in late January, early February. So let's plan for that. Yeah. Pizza? Who says pizza? I had a pizza last night that wasn't very good. It's, you know, some of these places I order from this place. They've been around forever, like since the 70s, but I think they changed their cheese. It's not the same anymore. Scorched Earth Firearms Training LLC. Thank you for that super chat, Robert. I owe you dinner in Jacksonville. Don't forget. Yes, definitely. And I have to stop by Jacksonville. Yeah, next Wednesday, Winnebago Virtual Product Show. They sent me an email. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? I'm probably gonna either if I get the property sometime next week, or something, I might spend it up there, clearing it up a little bit, because why not? Otherwise, I'm gonna roast a pork shoulder here at home, and we're gonna do it more traditional Thanksgiving. Just the 4 of us, probably. Seth Lemons, thank you for that super chat. Hey, Robert, we sold the house and go full-time tomorrow. Congratulations. Thank you for inspiring us and your shows. We absolutely love them. Any good advice? Well, since you are full-time, and just take it slow, especially at the beginning, and enjoy the ride. Now is when the fun begins. All right. Joaquin made fried rice for the next video. We gotta watch that. What was your previous career, day job? Nothing to write home about, really. Office job at a TV station of all places, but it wasn't anything production or creative. It was just, office job. Natalie Driscoll, thank you so much for that super chat. A beer fund, thanks for all the entertainment you provide. No, with today's beer fund, let me tell you, I'm gonna grow a beer belly. I got a lawnmower for you to keep at that property. I'm probably gonna need one of those, yeah. Cleansing that panhandle property is the worst. Oh, I think we're gonna do like a cleansing, like a cleaning party. uh, I'll have Minitini I out there as porta potty, and the fridge full of beer, and then we'll do it. Are you planning to do a year in review podcast for 2020? Maybe I will. It's been a an interesting year for sure. Not at all what I was expecting, what I was planning on in January, but you're welcome and happy Friday. And where are we? Yeah, congrats to Seth Lemons for sure. Videos lately due to the pandemic, and it forced me to slow down. Robert, do you sell your RV? I think I'm gonna keep it. I mean, unless someone wants to give me an ungodly amount of money for it, I'm gonna keep it. Pork shoulder? I thought we had to eat turkey. Love the pork shoulder. Explain why you eat pork shoulder. It's a Cuban thing, you know. That's what we eat for Christmas. That's what we and Thanksgiving. Why not? I mean, I've done turkey too, you know, but I just love that pork shoulder. Or you know, I just love roasting that thing for 6-7 hours there in the oven, and with that mojo, you know. Yeah. Sometimes I'm a traditionalist and I do the turkey with the brine and everything and the stuffing and all that stuff. Not the stuffing really, but the brine. But sometimes it's the whole point is, I guess, to give thanks for what we have, right? Send you some money through PayPal. That way you get it all. Thank you so much. Yeah, by the way. And that's also tomorrow Minitini Lounge. That's the tip jar. Great local breweries here. Your next one is on me when you come through this way. Absolutely. Oh man, I'm losing my voice. I'm not gonna be able to do Minitini Lounge tomorrow. I'm gonna keep that answer to myself, Mark Wiseman, because I'm just gonna keep you keep the intrigue. Question: is the property gonna have full hookups eventually? Yeah, probably not this year. I'm just gonna clear it, but eventually, yeah, we're gonna have full. I'm gonna have at least. No, at least no. It's not that big. It's an acre. I'm gonna have 3 full hookup sites. One is gonna be probably Minitini I permanently. One is gonna be for me or whatever RV I happen to have, and then I'm gonna have a 45-foot site for guests, or eventually maybe even put a tiny house or fifth wheel permanently. We'll see. You are looking at Taylor County as well, coincidentally. Yeah, everybody, I mean, our friends, Rob and Trish. I think the secret is out by now. Robert is living the dream. If you drink more beer, just hike more, no problem. There you go. Did you buy property to open an RV park from G Photo Girl? No, I'm not gonna open an RV park. Maybe sometime in the future. Who knows? But no, this is just for me and to have a home base, like in North Florida. You know, it's like, you know, it's a 1-day drive from South Florida. It's like 400 miles ish, which as you probably know, if you watch for a long time, that's kind of like my limit. Half of Texas, 400 miles, and yeah. So, but it's not, you know, I might have guests from time to time, but most likely it's just gonna be like a little homestead. My son Zion ran to the TV. LOL. Seriously awesome, Robert. That was nice of you. That's about copyright issues. I was about to use one of your songs in one of my first videos back when I didn't care about copyright things. Getting a copyright stripe from Traveling Rob. It shouldn't. It shouldn't, because I'm not. I don't have but let me know. Let me know, because it shouldn't. Medianoches. You're making me hungry now. Jacksonville, first stop next Saturday. Expect that. Cool. All right, I'm gonna start wrapping this up. We've been time flies when you're having fun. Almost 2 hours. We have an antique John Deere tractor with bush hog mower. We can help. All right, road trip. We're gonna make it a party. Just smoke the pernil. Man, you never invite me. What's going on? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Greetings from the Dominican Republic, a place that I have never visited, and I do want to visit. Arroz Imperial. I haven't had that in a while. Imperial rice. Having a Fort George IPA you ate at the Fort George Brewery when you stopped in Astoria, Oregon. Yes, I did. That was the great burger, by the way. Good to know the tiffin will fit. LOL. Yeah, exactly. I'm making it a 45-foot site, just for you, man. Just for you. We're late to the chat. What IPA are you drinking today? It's I'm almost done with my second one, but it's a Vesa Sur Mala Yerba, and it kind of smells like yerba, believe it or not. Tried some herbal tea before you go to bed for your singing. And what is this? What's up? Okay, you guys want to see CLT's pork shoulder? Let me see if this loads. My internet. Oh, there you go. Is this thing gonna focus? No. What's wrong with my internet? I don't know, for some reason it's not downloading, but that's CLT's roast pork, and it's not focusing. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why my internet is so slow on this phone right now. Can you guys see me well? Which Wi-Fi am I connected to? No, it's connected to this Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. Anyways. All right, everybody, I'm going to start wrapping this up. My dream is to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan too. Yeah. Oh, Glasgow, Scotland. I'm gonna drink some Scotch whiskey tomorrow for the Minitini Lounge. IPA all day. All day IPA is very good too, by the way. Good thing you stay away from Bay Country. Septic systems are the worst. Barb F, we have arrived at the original crab shack. Can accommodate larger vehicles. Next time I'm in the area. And I was in Savannah not long ago on the way back. But yeah, what can I tell you? We didn't have time. We didn't have the time. Miami is so far south. We're far away from everything. Except the Keys. Dominicano aquí. Hey. All right. We're gonna wrap it up. What do you guys want me to sing to you tonight? Because let me finish my beer first. Come down to Cabo. I will. One of these days, we're gonna do the whole Baja or bust. One of these days, I'm going to learn how to play the 12-string guitar. That beautiful guitar back there that Paul Falsey gave to me. That's awesome. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow at the Minitini Lounge. But for now... IPA is a must while cutting the lawn. I'm riding in my RV wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding. I'm cold, riding in my RV wherever I wanna be, 'cause I'm free. Beware, there's been one song request made on the podcast. In my RV. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Have a great weekend. And for those of you who are coming to see me sing tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow, 1 hour early, so the people in Europe can see it too. Different channel, different time. So thank you so much. Good night, and see you on the road.